Russell Brand has been accused of many counts of SA by multiple women this week, and it has been a shitstorm, to say the least. Not just in terms of the allegations, because they are very horrific, but also due to the response of these allegations as well, not just from Brand, but as well as many right-wing lunatics, chronically online people who just are Twitter Blue users, shit like that. We all kind of know now about Twitter Blue users, right? We all kind of know how they act and think, and it is disgusting. As a matter of fact, when I was trying to do some research, at least look up Russell Brand on Twitter to, find more stuff about him. Literally most of it, if not all of it, has been in defense of Russell Brand. And it's just utterly disgusting. And some of these aren't even Twitter Blue users. It's literally just random people. And it's just so fucking gross. It's just wave after wave of people just supporting him. And this is just disgusting. And we're going to get into the allegations in a bit. But I just want to, preface this by saying that he is absolutely gross, disgusting, and he wasn't always. Well, I would say he wasn't always like this. I'm not talking in regards to Russell Brand. He has recently, in the last few years or so, I believe it was because of COVID, he has kind of fallen into the far right pipeline. Even though I don't think many of them even accepted him. For a fact, I think for most of his career, the right didn't even like him. There was a tweet that Trump put out years ago, I believe, when he was running before office, before all that. But he didn't like Brand. I don't know. I don't know much about Brand before his personal politics, but he always kind of seemed like someone who was more left leaning. But ever since COVID, he has been spouting on conspiracy theories and has very much bought into the right-wing grift and has just gone further right and further right. And, it's been working out good for him, apparently. And honestly, this is probably just going to play into it because something that these guys love to do is take any sort of negative thing that happens to him. We saw it with Andrew Tate. We saw it with many, many people. Is they just buy more into the right. It's almost as if the worst people are on the far right. It's almost as if you are a terrible person, you will more than likely be far right. I don't know. I don't know what that is. Could that just say anything about how people on the right operate? How, their belief structure? I don't know. It's just kind of weird. And we have multiple people who have came out and defended him. I don't have the time to really list through all of them, but we see it through a tweet here. 4 women have accused Russell Brand of R-word, SA, and emotional abuse during a 7-year period. Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro, Elon Musk, Alex Jones, and Andrew Tate have come to his defense. Show me who your friends are, and I will tell you what you are. That is brilliantly put. Literally the worst people. And, it's no surprise Andrew Tate, being investigated for sex trafficking would come to his defense. Nor is it surprising Alex Jones would come to his defense. Nor is it really necessarily surprising that Elon Musk came to his defense, the owner of this platform, the owner of fucking whatever company he bought himself into. Tucker Carlson, also not a surprise. I'm surprised he's not, doing another interview with a guy who says he had gay sex with fucking Obama. Carlson really fell off. He fell off hard. I mean, this has nothing to do with this situation, but Tucker Carlson fell off, man. And Ben Shapiro, of course. Ben Shapiro had the weirdest fucking take about this. And we're about to watch this video right here, and it does kind of get into some of the allegations themselves. One of the allegations had to deal with the fact that it was a 16-year-old girl. And before we really get into it, Shapiro basically states that because the age of consent in the UK is 16, basically, like, that's not a problem. But the thing is that the problem, even with the allegation of itself, the problem was never that it was having sex with an underage girl. Like, that was never what, like, the accusation was. It was that it was non-consensual. And we'll get into that.
Alice, whose name we have changed to protect her identity, now realizes she wasn't fine. During a relationship that lasted for about 3 months when Brand was a BBC radio presenter, she says he referred to her as the child and alleges he became increasingly controlling and then emotionally and sexually abusive. So at this time, Brand was 30, and she was apparently 16. Okay, now, in the United States, crime. In the UK, not crime. The age of consent in the UK is 16, and apparently Brand ascertained that she was 16 by asking her and checking. Which means scuzzy, scumbaggy behavior, sure. Criminal behavior, no. If you're, again, in the UK, and the age of consent changes from state to, I would prefer the age of consent be 18. But if you're not going to have that, then that's what it is.
Okay, first of all, I had to switch videos because the quality in the last one was shit. Second of all, I'm not feeling Ben Shapiro with a beard. Again, this is off tangent. I'm not feeling it with the beard. Third of all, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Again, the allegation, I don't know what Hitler is on my screen. Again, the allegation is not fucking about an underage relationship. It is about an SA. And yeah, here we have this tweet right here. Ben Shapiro says Russell Brand is a good guy. He must be a good guy. Can't wait to hear his take on Danny Masterson. Yeah, also, he calls him his friend, which is, great. Really just, so, really putting yourself out there, Ben, saying that you are a friend of a, repeated time essayer. And again, to no one's surprise, Tim Pool is showing his, support for Brand. He loves Russell Brand. He doesn't think this is true. Not surprising. Tim Pool is like, he's such a fucking loser. But I'm gonna get into the actual allegations themselves because they are fucking terrible. Alright, so the findings come from a joint investigation from the Sunday Times, the Times, and Channel 4 dispatches. One woman alleges that Brand R-worded her against a wall in his LA home. She was treated at a R-word crisis center on the same day, according to medical records. Text messages showed that in the hours after leaving his house, she told Brand that she had been scared by him and felt taken advantage of, adding, "When a girl says no, it means no." Brand replied saying he was very sorry. A second woman alleges that Brand assaulted her when he was 31 and she was 16 and still at school. She said he referred to her as the child during an emotionally abusive and controlling relationship that lasted for about 3 months, and that Brand once forced his thing down her throat, making her choke. She says she tried to push him off and said she had to punch him in the stomach to make him stop. A third woman claims he essayed her while she worked with him in LA, and he threatened to take legal action if she told anyone else about her allegation. The fourth described being essayed by Brand and him being physically and emotionally abusive towards her. All said they felt ready to speak only after being approached by reporters. Several said they felt compelled to do so given Brand's newfound prominence as an online wellness influencer. The others have accused him of physical and emotional abuse, essay, and bullying. And the thing is that this has obviously, like I mentioned beforehand, sparked a bunch of weirdos to just come out of the gate willing to defend him at any and all cost. And it's just so gross. Like, just so much of this, just right off the bat, is literally just, we need to defend Russell Brand. He didn't do anything. The media is coming after him. And I mean, it's always the same stuff when it comes to these right-wing idiots. What the fuck did this guy just do? The attack on Russell Brand, the censoring of any medical, oh my god, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Like, this is just, completely gross. And I think this is just, a perfect example of how these weirdo, you know, chronically online right wingers act whenever any sort of controversy or allegation is, you know, put on a right wing figure. They just double down, nuh-uh, shit like that. The media's after them, they're being attacked because they said something that is demonstrably false. When they have no proof to prove them right, nothing. They are idiots, and they will defend idiots. They will defend monsters all they want. We saw this multiple times with Andrew Tate, Elon Musk, with the whole exposing himself and the bribing. I think it was an air stewardess with a horse, shit like that. Just I'm just saying, if your side is constantly defending people who are constantly accused of doing terrible, terrible shit, maybe you want to reevaluate what side you're on. Like, this is just gross. I would say he should lose everything, especially with how he's been treating this and how he has been using his platform. But at the same time, he's not, because this just fuels more weirdos to come out of the woodwork, defend him, become fans of his, even if it's just because they want to rage against the media, whatever. I mean, Tim Pool is the best, example of that. Like, the dude likes to pretend that he is the rage against the machine when all he does is support the machine. Like, he thinks he's counterculture when he's just culture. You're just culture, dude. You're just defending norms. You're just defending shit that just hurts people in the end because it makes you feel good and you don't want other people to, I don't know. He just sucks. Tim Pool just sucks. And so do all these other people. Elon Musk, Ben Shapiro, Andrew Tate. They're all just terrible, terrible people. And they're all on the right. Just saying.